Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Xenonauts 1. I enjoyed looking at Xenonauts 2. In fact, I was kind of overwhelmed by how awesome that game was, and I'm very, very excited to looking at it. You can have a look. We had a look at the demo build, so that's upcoming this year. And the devs were kind enough to set me up with a key to this game, which is a little bit unusual because it's 10 years old. I'm a bit late to the party, but we're having a look at it today. I've been fiddling with it in the background, and I'm in love with it. I think it's great. So for those that aren't across what this is, it's an XCOM-like, right? You have the original XCOM games, then you have the sort of reimagining XCOMs, and you have a couple of other games that sort of sit in this niche of alien invasion, and you're the faction that has to respond in an almost Neolithic adjacent, we've just got conventional arms against the spacefaring species. So it's this really unusual underdog fight, and narrative and tech climb. Other ones that come to mind are things like Phoenix Point, and then of course we actually had a look at Terra Invicta the other day as well. Same sort of concept. This plays a lot closer to the original XCOM games of like 20 years ago, of the old ones, whereas the newer XCOM games are a reimagining, a more modernized, action-heavy game. Not that either is good or bad, but this is a little bit more true to the source. Anyway, we're going to jump in. I'm going to show you what little I know, give you a bit of an idea, and I will just say at the front, it still holds up. In current year, still holds up. One thing, and I don't want to knock it, but I also want to be honest with my feedback, it does seem very close to Xenonauts 2. I know there's a rabid fandom very excited what Xenonauts 2 is going to do, and other than cleaning up the game and almost being like a pretty awesome update, I'm not 100% sure what new stuff is going to be in the sequel. I guess we will see, but coming off of the Xenonauts 2 demo onto this, I was like, oh, this is all pretty much the same, but it's, lower fidelity art and graphics and that sort of stuff. But I could be wrong. We'll see. Anyway, so we'll just go normal because I aspire to be normal. We've got these tooltips that pop up, which are handy. First thing you got to do is place your base. From what I understand, a big part of how this loop works, like original XCOM, not like the newer XCOMs, that sort of spoon feeds you the missions. This is about satellite detection coverage and intercepting UFOs with your own fighters, shooting them down, and then salvaging the wreck. So that loop, that's kind of a big part of the entire loop. But you have to understand that it's very, very important to sort of try and leverage detection range. I mean, we could bung this down in old bloody Australia. I think the concentric circles that are red are a further upgraded radar. So what if we go up bloody near Darwin? Yeah, bugger it. We'll get to New Zealand. We don't fucking like New Zealand anyway. So we'll upgrade for that. Base name, Australasia. That sounds wonderful, right? So there we go. So we've got your little detection range there. The game's already started, actually, I believe, just ticking away. Not that fast. You've got your little interactables here, and if you do have multiple bases, you can see you can change between them. Phoenix Point does something similar as well. In fact, I would argue if this is closer to original XCOM and the newer XCOM games are a total new beast, Phoenix Point sits in between, right? And Terra Invicta is something else altogether. So here we can build out different places. We can set research projects. At the moment, all we can do is research the alien invasion, which is already happening. The amount of scientists you allocate affects the fidelity of the research. You can see 10 will do excellent. I don't think you can do much better than excellent. If you wanted to hire more, you can. You just need lab space, and you also need living space. We can build things here, and this is very much, if you've played any XCOM game in the past 10 years, this is very much par for the course. We don't have anything that we can build, nothing unusual. This is sort of our barracks where we keep our boys. General storage, don't worry about that. If we did have actual ground vehicles, they'd go here. And then we've got the jets, which is a lot closer to sort of XCOM 1, I guess. It's hard to keep differentiating between the original and the new ones. I think a lot of people honestly would be more familiar with the newer XCOM games. So you got your default sort of Condor planes there, though we could buy a new plane for 100 grand. Can't just go splashing this money around. Something we probably want to think about doing is building a new base. You can build one for, how much is it? Is it staring at me in the face? Construction costs 500,000. So, I don't know if It's kind of hard to tell what the radar range is of this if it was fully built. Maybe we do one up here, you know, in the wastelands of the Slavs. Yeah, we could probably do something like that. A bit more coverage. Soviet Union. Ah, that's right as well. It has this Cold War trapping. 1979 is the backdrop. Kind of cool, actually. Explains why it's a little bit, the world's a little bit smaller, you know, less interconnected, a little bit more hostile. I don't think the cleaner sub story that I saw in Xenonauts 2 is part of this game. I think this is much more just sort of basic stuff. If you go to construction, you can see our new base is constructing, and it takes 10 turns. One thing I have noticed that I don't believe you can do anything about the build speed. So if, for example, we wanted to... What would we want to do? I don't know, let's say we got living quarters, right? We put that there. It's going to take 5 turns. So to my estimation, it probably makes sense to just always have something building, because while more engineers can build things faster, I don't believe you can sort of circumvent the base building. Anyway, let's turn the time right up, and you can see there's a whole bunch of like little blips were going on in the background. We'll get to that. Now, this flavor text is delicious, and I think, especially the first time you play a game like this, you're cheating yourself if you're not taking the time to read them. That's not what this video is, obviously. You can pause and have a read through it, but as you develop technology and knowledge of the invasion, you can't really go wrong with your first run of an XCOM-ish game. But this is cool, just sort of starting to break down what's going on. They're detecting a lot of craft, and they're sort of theorizing what's going on. It talks about your current technology, aeroplanes versus these smaller crafts, and how they suspect there's much larger ones. They're struggling to adapt to the sort of air, I suppose, the terrestrial flight model. So the first few ships are going to be a bit more gimme, because, you know, our peak technology is made to dogfight in our atmosphere. Theirs isn't, but they're going to bloody hotwire their things and get around that quickly. So we've got new research available because we finished that research. And it actually said in the flavor text, it explains both of these options very, very well, right? High-speed interceptor, again, a little bit more designed to take down bigger craft, and the scout car as a sort of a quick fix scout thing to send on with your foot troopers. One thing I will just say as well, because it struck me when I read it, I love the flavor in the scout car, because these are circa, 1979 small light vehicles. It comes with different guns, and it can attach these sort of rockets, but they're not purpose built for anti-infantry, because it's very, very unusual. Like, they're actual sort of anti-structural. So I kind of enjoy the flavor that you're getting tech that is the best fit you can do in 1979 dealing with aliens, right? In an ideal world, you would have had a patent in the pipeline and you spent 10 years developing a specific rocket to fight these dudes, but that doesn't exist. And so it's sort of, it's this ramshackle reactive research. It's very cool. The flavor is actually subtle but significant. Anyway, so just plug in some research. Off we go. We'll see, yeah, you can see up here, tidal disruption, abduction. So you can see these little sort of world reports of what's going on. Well, maybe you can't. Maybe nothing's happening. Oh, here we go. Look at this stuff out here. Tidal disruption, freak storm. You can see the little feed down there. One other thing worth mentioning, if we just mouse up here off of any particular country, you can see key information. There's our previous income, our upkeep, our force cast change is dropping off, and there's been some casualties. If you mouse over all of these different nations, essentially the predicted change in funding level and current funding level, it's in your best interest, if you want to maintain this sort of higher income, you have to protect them, right? If you don't have coverage, if you don't have QRF in the form of condors, and you're not basically shooting down and protecting these nations, why would they fund you? So I love that it's back to front. You start with all this funding, but it's gonna bleed away if you don't look after everyone. And you can't look after everyone. Anyway, so we've detected a UFO. You can see it down there. If you go, what's it say? Size small. Oh, I like that it gives you an idea. So we can center on it right there. Oh, Canberra? Adelaide? Look at this. They've got all the little, oh, bloody Port Moresby up there. Anyway, so you can respond to it, right? You can intercept. We have 2 Condors with a quick reaction time in the hangar. Let's send them both. However, consider that we don't have response capability doing that. So you're gonna have to balance, what if another UFO shows up in this region? We're just gonna have to let it go, right? Anyway, so we'll launch and we'll track them and off they go. Fucking you, look at the little fuel level. Bang. Okay, cool. So this is a light scout. You get all sorts of different vessels. I've only played so much of this game. I'm not pretending to be an expert, but you know, I've got a lot of the moving parts of it, right? Consider one gamer trying to explain it to a fellow gamer. Interesting that you can do this, tail over land. Can I move this window? So obviously we've intercepted it over land, and the only way to trigger a ground battle where you can actually recover, you know, researchables and valuables, that's a huge part of your economy and your progress, is if you actually have a crash site you can salvage. So you're encouraged to tail over land. I mean, I suppose you could continue to tail it and try and destroy it over the ocean if you didn't want to go down on foot. But it's kind of, I think that's just really cool. Anyway, so there's an auto resolve. What we'll do is we'll go in and I'll show you the little battle because there's a bit to this. I think the music is absolutely rad. Anyway, so they're automatically just going to do their own thing, but you know, you can drive them around if you really want. Oh, that's cool that if I just double click, it puts it on the intercept course. So you've got different missiles and stuff like that you can, oh, can I just pop that off as soon as we, nope, maybe not. But they're actually gonna go out of their way to go on intercept. I think this is really, really cool. And they will auto fire the auto cannon. I wonder, yeah. I don't think the missile, you can give them afterburner as well. You can give them evasive rolls like this dude. Well, there you go. He did his little evasive roll. But then they're just going to go as soon as they get in range. Oh, look, he tried evasives. Oh, they fired all their missiles on their own. Nice. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that before. That's cool. That's great. That was cool how he did his little evasive. Anyway, yeah, and so you, like I know the next airplane that you tech up doesn't have a Gatling gun on it or whatever you would call it in this case. But you can put heavier like torpedo style missiles and they're designed for things that can't really evade. Anyway, it's really cool. So that's just going to return to base on its own. If we click on the crash site, we can airstrike it. Interesting, just to get rid of it. I think as long as it's there, it's going to be antagonistic to Australia. But what we're actually going to do is intercept. This is the sort of heart of what we want to be achieving with this game. We're sending out the ship that's already loaded up. What's this? Construction of living quarters is already done. Oh, right. Okay. How about we build a hangar? No, not a hangar. I want to build a garage. Do you want to demolish this building? Yeah. Let's put the garage there. That's cool. Let's get into a system, have everything in the pipeline. I mean, this is just me showing off the game anyway. Who really cares what I'm doing? All right, engage mission. I didn't show you, but you already start with a default, something like 8 soldiers or something like that go in this helicopter. The combat is very, I was going to say functional. That sounds disparaging. I think the combat is tight in its simplicity and its lethality. Again, my closest touchstone in recent times is the newer XCOM games. I'm sure I'm not alone. Even Phoenix Point, you don't normally take, 3, 6, bloody 8 dudes into a battle. Your dudes are like Starship Trooper dudes. They die. They get fucking ravaged. The lethality in this game is very high. This helicopter looks cool. One thing that's really interesting is you can reserve their action points. So this shotgunner here, if we told him to go over there, he won't actually walk past that yellow line because he will be holding for a normal shot with his gun, right? So it's not a 2 action point system. It's a huge AP system. But you could change it to a snap or to none, right? But the idea of rolling around, especially when you don't know what's going on, it probably makes the most sense. Let's have a squeeze. Now you can right click to turn your vision out. Now I don't know about out there. That seems a little bit hairy for old mate. What's her name? Corporal Sarah Serrano. Especially with her shotgun. We'll pull up the inventory as well. She's got a med kit in her backpack and all this stuff as well. Something else, I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same in this, but I saw it in Xenonauts too, is that if you say, in this case, hey, guess what, Sarah? You're an assault, because she is. And then maybe this bloke's a sniper, right? You can see there. But if you give them their designation, it gives them the kit that's automatically associated with them. What's a better example? Probably like one of these rifles. Oh, look at this dude. Bloody Big Brett. Right? He's dinky. They look like Dr. Evil's dudes. I kind of love that. All they're wearing is a fucking t-shirt and a dinky hat. These guys die so easy. So this guy's just a normal rifleman, and that's what he comes with. So I believe you have infinite rifles, that sort of thing, infinite grenades. You can upgrade all that as you go through. But like instead of having to equip each dude individually, it's more, this is your class, this is your kit. And then you can tweak the kits and make your own custom kits later on. It's very cool. I think it's great actually. All right, let's see if we can get you over there. You know what? I can't figure out if there's a way to override or if there's hotkeys to change that. Not sure. Okay, who's next? So yes, you could bring a whole team of snipers in, but would you? Is that sensible? I don't know. We'll sweep all the way around here. Probably sensible, right? What about you, Dexter Simmons? I don't think we can get around there. I mean, it probably makes sense to take this corner. So the alien craft will be on the map, crashed, and probably has some aliens in it. It'll be damaged, and there'll be some scooting around outside. Now you're the sniper, so I think we keep you in big reserve. How about we go out there, and then we put your fire arc out there. I'll even crouch you. Nope, no crouch for you. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, this dude's a sergeant. And look, he's got a big old machine gun. Chad. It's a shame it doesn't tell you the class. You can just look at the symbol. Though you'll start to learn. Now, if you wanted to keep this dude in reserve for burst, he barely can move, right? But that's the thing. He is a section weapon. The strength of a man like this is move him up, put him in position, and let rip. All right. All right, you can come out the back door. Nice. I think, oh, who's this? Chloe. Chloe, you can go here. And we'll crouch you as, no crouch for you either. Okay, sorry, Chloe. End turn. Could be civilians rolling around out here. Who's this? That's our sniper. We'll leave you in reserve. All right. So, I'm actually going to get a bit aggressive with my scouting. I don't really know what best practice is with this game. Again, I've only played a little. Shotgun. You know, it probably makes a sense to do some sweeps with the shotgun, right? Check the corners. I didn't mean to close that door, but... All right. Probably start heading out that way. Oh yeah, I like the idea of bounding over these rocks, you know? Because once it pops off, it pops off. It's fucking bad, man. Sniper. Yeah, probably wise keeping your reserve on. Cool. All right, think we're good. All right, so far so good. I have been entirely wiped on this mission. Just gotta be careful. Where's my shotgunner? You. Yeah, we'll get you up to this building. I can see through the windows. Nice. All right. Oh, maybe let's keep running the edge of the map. And it will give you a little marker if you see some dudes. No, you're okay. All right. This music is so nice, like in an awful way. Clue. Nope. That was loud. Can I open this door? Yeah, okay. I think my sort of movement drills are okay. Yeah. Oh, look at this thing. Jeez, this alien's fucked up crashing here. Bloody military base. Alright. Oh! Oh! Round's coming in! Round's coming in, boys! Can we see him? We can't. Alright, shotgunners close up. There he is. Crouch. I don't think I've got enough juice to really do much about that. No. It's alright, you stay in cover then. I don't know, maybe you push this angle. Oh shit, I found their car! Holy heck. Okay. Alright. Sniper Dave. That's more like it. 84%. Oh, he didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. Fucking get wrecked, son. Oh, right. Can we get you up into some cover? Get ready to shoot next round. Advance, advance. So you can put them on burst and single shot as well. Nice. Nice. Well, that's not very helpful. I mean, you can just fire, like bugger it. Nice. Good work. So that's interesting. See, it's giving yellow cover from that dude. I think we're good. Oh, he knew! He shot me heavy machine gun, dude. Bugger me. And he's dead. And it doesn't take much for you dudes to die. All right, let's see if we can sort of just get this show on the road. Oh, shit. 33%. Can I go like right, stick it up his nose? I keep this handy for close encounters. All right. Shotgun clearance. Let's go, boys. He could see an alien. What's that about? Oh, it's this dude. Okay. Ah. So, block, 45% chance. Oh, we got suppression on him. Putting holes in the windows. Let's go. God, that was a bit cross-eyed of you, wasn't it? Now, can you peek around this corner? Nah, see, that's blocking it. I don't think you can get cover from that door there. Or give it a go. I don't even know what he hit, to be honest, because it wasn't him. The dude's suppressed though, so that's got to count for something. Oh, there's a guy in that room! I should have known that door was open and I didn't open it. Well, there you go. And now we got panic setting in as well. Oh, Scarlet, you've really fucked up here. All right, boys. Looks like we got some dead bodies. Is this the whole ship? Oh, it's tiny, isn't it? I think we're clear. Lads, we got to get out of the open. Yeah, we see him. All right, you reckon you can do it, Chloe? No, Chloe's panicked. Chloe's no good. Oh, hang on. Oh, there's more aliens in the depth. No. Let's go there. Jeez, look at this bloke bloody James Bonding around the back. Aimed, normal. Yeah, let's keep him with normal reserve, you know. Oh yes, what a shot, banger. Anyway, I'm trying to just bash through this mission real quickly to sort of show you the sort of end screen. Oh man. These aliens aren't messing around. Hopefully I can finish these blokes off. No! God. Fucking damn it. That was a misclick. I wanted to move up then. Wait. Let it go. Oh no, it's standing. I think it's standing behind him, but he's out of movement points. No. Oh, good work, Sierra. Tell me that's it. Perfect, right? Oh, revived. 1 hit point revived. So they can live through being shot down, so there's a chance. And then they get a medal for basically eating shit. But interestingly, look, get these alien alloys, data cores, all this cool stuff sent for research. Guard corps destroyed. Plasma, now destroyed, I think, I'm not sure 100%, but like if you throw grenades around, you blow things up, you do too much damage to them, that sort of thing. plasma battery. So we're selling all this stuff off. So one thing, the newer XCOM games, you know, you can buy and sell these stuff at will. This just automatically gets sold for profit, basically. So what, we make 27,000. Xenonaut casualties, 2 out of 8. All right, yeah, because he got killed. Oh, poor old Brett got killed in action. Bugger. Excellent. Good. 2 dead is 2 casualties is good. And then now we'll have more research projects here. You can queue them up, and there you go. So again, nothing earth-shatteringly new because obviously this is a game from 10 years ago, but this did inform a lot of what we're playing these days, and it's paying heavy homage to what came before it. Anyway, so what's Scarlet's takeaway? Put it on your wish list, or, you know, just keep an eye on it, or go get it yourself, especially if you're excited for Xenonauts 2. It's a bit of the same sort of junk food. I really like this. I'm glad I came back to it and looked at it, and I'm kind of dying to really go deep and see how far the rabbit hole goes, especially ahead of Xenonauts 2. Anyway, so I just thought I'd sort of feature that. Again, 10 years too late, maybe, but for me it was all a little bit fresh, so I thought I would. Anyway, team, much as leave it there for the time being, and I will catch you guys on the next one.